Well, ordinary contracts and those kind of things that go into making a title match, not signed to make this one a title contest, but that didn't seem to matter to Brian Kendrick. An interesting individual, a strange dynamic between Kendrick and El Ligero. Kendrick been there, done that, seen it all. He's a former TNA X Division champion. He's, believe it or not, the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champion of all time. Not WWE or WWF World Tag Team Champion, WWE Tag Team Champion. 331 days he held that title alongside Paul London. And if you're a fan of Paul London, he will be here next week on BWC against none other than Martin Kirby. But right now, it's Brian Kendrick and El Ligero for the NGW heavyweight title. This is a match that any wrestling fan should pay their, well, I wouldn't say their weight in gold, but they should definitely have a keen eye on here, because these are two of the greats of their respective independent wrestling scenes. Tremendous display of chain wrestling there. Awesome reversal there. Twist in and out, but Ligero, not to be outdone, have a taste of a European reversal there. Rolls through, uses the leg to break the wrist lock, and Kendrick rolls straight out using his momentum to break that. And these two in a standoff. I would say a Mexican standoff, but it's too obvious a pun. As Brian Kendrick here, I tell you what, like, Kendrick, as I said, has been there and done it all. This man was trained by none other than Shawn Michaels. I mean, there's, you know, who else was trained by Shawn Michaels? Only Daniel Bryan. You talk about some of the best talent in the world, and then you talk about arguably one of the best wrestlers in the world to be your teacher, and that is a huge, huge feather in the cap of the man who tonight challenges El Ligero for the NGW title, as Ligero tries to nip up. Didn't quite get all of that as he was being held down in that tight top wrist lock by Brian Kendrick. Kendrick holding on for all his worth there. Both men in the ropes, and Kendrick there, first one to not break the rules, but take a cheap shot, knee to the ribs, but this one gets quick in a hurry. Kendrick there, just a cheeky little knee to the ribs there, just enough to sort of change the dynamic of the contest so far, to begin with a strategy of offense. Kendrick has been both a fan favourite and a rule breaker. Which Brian Kendrick are we going to get tonight? You can hear the audience here in North Allerton strongly divided, 50-50 behind both men. One for the overseas star, one for the NGW champion. Greco-Roman double knuckle lock. Kendrick down, nips up. Ligero bringing the momentum and the leveraging nice and tight, and now it's switched. It's hard to tell which man has the power advantage, and Kendrick, oh, and man, just like that knee to the ribs earlier, stomps on the fingers there, and Kendrick is, he's one of these guys that's naturally cocky. I can't put that in any other terms. Some people are cocky because they're arrogant and they go out of their way to be just a pain to deal with. Kendrick is just a different kind of human being. That makes him cocky just by nature. Some of his opinions, his views are controversial and out of the box, but never one to be underestimated when it comes to his talent in the ring, as he drops down over the top. Ligero comes back, hip toss, lands on his feet. Big drop kick, and I tell you what, Ligero saying, you can knee me, you can give me the odd cheap shot here and there, but when it comes to power, force, momentum and leverage, my drop kick's going to send you out of the ring, and that's exactly what I did here in North Allerton. Kendrick taking his time to get back in the ring. What I said there, just like, oh, and it was a ruse, but it wasn't enough to distract El Ligero. Whips Kendrick off, Kendrick reversals, comes back, and oh, Hurricane Rana didn't quite get all of that, but again, Kendrick to the outside, and if I was Ligero, I would be careful here, because Kendrick didn't seem to have got caught with everything, and it's exactly what I thought there. It was almost like Kendrick was playing a bit of possum there. It's the advantage that you have being a professional wrestler for 20 years like I was. You watch a wrestling match like this and you can almost see some of the twists and turns of the dynamics almost before they happen. And you could see in that exchange there where Kendrick was just trying to outsmart Ligero, pretend that he was more hurt than he was, but Ligero didn't fall for it. And that says a lot about the fact that even though Kendrick has the experience advantage, Ligero is not to be outmatched. Ligero getting a job working merchandise here at NGW, handing out t-shirts for the crowd, much to the annoyance of Brian Kendrick. Oh, and I tell you what, and he did that time, he did sucker Ligero in. Did sucker him over the top, and man, it was like a vault into the ring, into a stomp. Why waste the opportunity to vault over the top rope, look cool, and kick your opponent in the head? Nice little roll out of the choke there. I told you he's slightly unorthodox, Brian Kendrick, but there's nothing unorthodox or pretty about that. Fingers right into the eyes. And I tell you what, when you're a masked wrestler, those eyes really are the only advantage that you have. All your other senses are a little bit cut off being under a mask. Your ears are blocked by horns. You know, if your eyes are blinded, you really are a huge disadvantage, and Kendrick is totally taking advantage of that disadvantage right here. And I tell you, the NGW heavyweight title is a prize that is something that would undoubtedly put Brian Kendrick back on the wrestling map. Let's not forget, former TNA X Division champion beating Abyss, of all people, for that title. And you can tell Kendrick would love the feather in his cap of going back to America with this belt. And I was going to say, it may just happen here tonight. The NGW title is defended up and down the UK on national and international broadcasts. It really is the most well-known title in the UK today. So for Brian Kendrick to win that, it would be a huge, huge deal for him. Definitely put him under the radar of companies like TNA and the WWE again. And man, Kendrick here, just every opportunity to begin with, you know, punch into the... It looked like he was going to go for a punch to the face, but again, it was just an extension of raking the eyes and trying to blind temporarily the masked Mexican sensation, El Ligero, a man who will take on Rampage Brown in a 30-minute Iron Man match to decide finally, once and for all, the true, undisputed, unified NGW champion. But that whole match is in jeopardy if Brian Kendrick can get a win here tonight. But you can see Ligero doesn't want to let that happen as he comes back. Went for a pin attempt, but cut off there by Kendrick. As I was saying, arguably the most important match in NGW history is counting down. But that match may not happen if Kendrick can walk out here tonight, the NGW champion. You know, this match was a non-title match for a reason, and that's because NGW matchmakers wanted to make sure that Rampage Brown v El Ligero 30-minute Iron Man was for both those titles. Of course, Kendrick comes out, throws the gauntlet down, says in the name of sportsmanship, can it be a title match? El Ligero, being a fighting champion, agrees, and very quickly after that, this match unravelled to a series of cheating tactics by the US import Brian Kendrick in an attempt to win the most important prize in British wrestling today. Unique submission hold here on El Ligero. Takes it into something a little bit more familiar, just a blatant choke. Choking him with his own arms whilst keeping the pressure on the lower back, making Ligero fight against the body weight of Brian Kendrick. Ligero slowly but surely coming back, and it's almost like a modified variation of the camel clutch. A move Kendrick knows very well. I say that because one of those guys he was in the ring with during that 330-day run was likely Eddie Guerrero. Big forearm there. Ligero slow, just groggy, not how, but there it is. He still has the fight in him. No, Kendrick, I'm not going to go off the ropes. And oh, beautiful way to reverse that leg over the arm. Fantastic. Gives Ligero the advantage. He needs to fight back, and Kendrick up on the shoulders. Ligero out of there in a hurry, but a big elbow puts him back in his place. Centre ring, bounce off the ropes, turns back, and that huge kick by Ligero, textbook. Oh, Ligero offense, 2 and oh, just the 2 there. Ligero so quick, so proficient at changing that offense in a heartbeat. Never count this man out. I've seen him in some real wars, in some real tough contests, and he always digs down deep and fights back. Torpedo drop kick, 1, 2. And I tell you what, I've seen him in there with some of the best in British wrestling, some of the best in the international scene, but he has never been in there with Brian Kendrick before as he goes for that C4L, and Kendrick moves out the way, roll up out of nowhere, 2 and oh. I'll tell you what, that's Kendrick scouting that move, and that shows how important this belt is when your opponent will scout the move, but he didn't scout that. Big plancher up and over, takes Kendrick down to the hard cement floor here in Northallerton for NGW. Remember, no crash mats at ringside for New Generation Wrestling. You land and you land hard here. And this crowd feeling they're seeing something special. 2 of the best on the independent wrestling scene on both sides of the Atlantic coming together as El Ligero goes up to the 3rd floor. Oh, Kendrick scouts that, moves out the way, and oh, huge Mafia-style kick in the face. Slice break! Oh, and he lands on his feet. Ligero up to the 2nd, goes for a version of C4L. Both men head of steam, hitting the ropes, and double crossbody. Wow. These guys so well matched. What a match here on BWC. The new generation of British wrestling giving you everything they have here in this NGW title match between El Ligero and Brian Kendrick. I tell you what, if Shawn Michaels is watching this one, and you know, stranger things have happened, he's got to be proud of the training that he gave Brian Kendrick. Big forearm there, big forearm back. And if Kendrick is this hard working and wants it this much, you can only imagine how hard Paul London's going to come next week when he takes on Martin Kirby. And I tell you, man, these guys just going backwards and forwards. Big forearm shots. Kendrick, no slouch. He's taking his appearance in the UK seriously. If in doubt, resort to the knee. Head of steam, but Ligero! Huge kick. Huge kick, stuns Kendrick. Goes up, and is this, what's he going for? Passions it El Ligero once again. Shins into the face of Kendrick. Stuns him momentarily. Is this going to be enough to get the, oh, and Ace Crusher, Diamond Cutter, call it what you will. 2 and, oh, that was, man, I go so far as to call that the closest near fall of the match so far. And there's a chant of "Let's go Kendrick" met with a chant of "Let's go Ligero." These guys are enjoying what they're seeing. These fans are appreciating a Herculean effort by both men here for the NGW title. C4L attempts again. Oh! I tell you, I said Kendrick had it scouted, went for it again, kicked the rope and tripped him, and oh! Boy, what is that? Man, Death Valley Driver. Sorry, I was just like, it was so out of the blue there. Death Valley Driver there. I mean, that was, again, the closest near fall in the match going the other way, and these two getting closer and closer to something. Goes for the sliced bread. Ligero blocks it, the bizarrest name for a finishing move in other news. Drop Toho into that, and a big spinning leg lariat. Center of the ring, 2 and Ligero fights out. Man, what a fight we're seeing here for this title. 2 of the best here on the independent wrestling scene. And if Rampage Brown, Richie West and the control and watching this one, I'd be sure to be worried about the fight that El Ligero can show in any environment. We've seen him in there against Mark Haskins, that incredible street fight. And now we're seeing him in there against one of the in-ring best that there is, a champion in WWE, a champion in TNA. Will he be a champion in NGW if El Ligero has anything to do with it? That's not going to happen. But it doesn't seem to be enough to stop Kendrick. An offensive flurry as both men get dangerously close to that top rope. Goes for a second rope superplex there, but Ligero fights back. Fights back with what looks almost like a closed fist. I can't see a nor from the referee. Much to the fortune of Ligero, big forearm sends Brian Kendrick down hard in the centre of the ring. Ligero back up to the top. We saw this earlier. Can he hit it this time? Oh, he does! He hits knee! Oh, 2 and is that? And, oh! 2 3/4, man. He went for a splash. Kendrick got the knees up and literally in a heartbeat turned that into a pinfall. And that was close. And Kendrick now watching referee because he's going for something. Referee concerned obviously for Ligero. It's so easy to get a broken rib, and it means that he's distracted from seeing. I'm not sure what Kendrick's got there. Is that the? He's got the. Looks like the ring bell, and he has the ring bell. Referee, do something about that. And good referee Johnson there taking the bell out of Kendrick's hand, and for good measure. But what's he got? Oh my! What's he got? Has he got the hammer from the ring bell? No, this referee and Ligero does thank the Lord and C4L. Is he going to get it down? Centre of the ring, ref in position. 2 and 3. Ligero wins and retains against Brian Kendrick in this amazing match for the NGW heavyweight title.